Well, first of all, hello and welcome to Lakeland Community College. My name is Mary Urbis. I am the big head of the gallery here at Lakeland. Sorry I had to do that. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thank you. I want to welcome our guests, the big heads of the 10 organizations, the artists who are in attendance, and the artists who are part of the exhibition. I want to thank the Valley Arts Center, Bay Arts, and Artists Archives for collaborating and helping me bring my vision to fruition. I want to thank John Sargent, who is the installation dude extraordinaire. He installed 3 of the 4 shows. He is awesome. I don't know if he's here yet, so thank you. I want to thank Lisa Rushman and Barb Schmidt, who are in the back helping me with the reception and getting the food out for everybody, so thank you for that. I want to thank Megan Alves for mediating the presentations. She rocks. Let's see what else. And just real quick, the Big Ass Art Show that I curated in the gallery is the biggest collection of oversized art in the biggest gallery space in the Lake Geauga, Ashtabula counties. There are 27 artists who are showing 26 amazing artworks. Really big art and even bigger talent. And I think that's all I really wanted to say. I want to about the passports. Yes, sorry. So we printed up these passports. There are purple passports that are out on the counter underneath the big ass poster. And so if you visit all 4 of the exhibition locations, you have your passport stamped. And then you turn it in to be included in a raffle of original art that was generously donated by Artists Archives. If you have been to another venue and you forgot to bring it to be stamped, just take a purple one and cut it up and tape it together. If you brought your yellow one, there is a stamp that's on the counter, but you'll see they're on the counter. And I just want to thank everybody for coming, and after the shindig is over, please join us in the gallery for the reception for this event and for the show itself. So thank you for coming today.
Gentle podium walk. Hello, everyone. My name is Megan Alves, and I am the Marketing and Program Manager for the Artists Archives at the Western Reserve. It is my pleasure to welcome you all here today. Thank you to each and every one of you for coming here to support regional arts organizations. So big hand of applause for yourself for being here. And as Mary said, thank you to all of our amazing presenters here today. As you know, with small organizations, they put their blood, sweat, and tears into everything they do. With not enough money, not enough sleep, they pull off the impossible routinely. These are people that are true nonprofit warriors. And they all are we're honored to have you here today to share what you are doing. So a big hand for our presenters before we get going. I'll keep things nice and short because we want to get straight to the action today, which is all of these great presentations, but I wanted to make sure to thank our funders because their support keeps our programming happening. So they are the Ohio Arts Council, Cuyahoga Arts and Culture, Cuyahoga County Board of Developmental Disabilities, the people of Cuyahoga County, the George Gunn Foundation, the Bernice and David E. Davis Foundation, the William Bingham Foundation, and the Zufall Foundation. Also, as Mary mentioned, the Big Ass Art Show is now open across the region. There is big ass art everywhere. So it will be on view at the Artist Archives till August 26th, on view at Bay Arts until August 26th, on view at the gallery at Lakeland. I keep pointing to the people of the organizations. You are them. Lakeland until September 8th, and then, of course, the Valley Arts Center, and they will be till August 23rd. So get on out there. You can visit the bigassartshow.com for full details and events. After the presentation concludes, our amazing leaders will be heading out into the lobby to man their tables. So go ahead, talk to them, ask questions, learn how you can get involved. It's your support that really keeps us going. So please, they want to talk to you. They're waiting. They're willing to. So go up and say hello. Now, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our first presenter, who happens to be my boss lady. So, Mindy Towsley for the Artist Archives of the Western Reserve. Mindy has been the executive director of the AAWR for over 9 years. She is the former director of Akron Harris Stanton Gallery, co-organizer of City Artists at Work open studio tours in the Corridor Arts District, former secretary of the Northeast Ohio Art Dealers Association, and of course, is herself an award-winning artist. So without further ado, let's get going. Mindy Towsley, everyone.
Always got to move the microphone up for me. Okay. All right, we're ready. Hit it. Okay. The Artist Archives of the Western Reserve. We are located in University Circle, Eds, Meds, and Arts, the fastest growing area in Cleveland, next to Lakeview Cemetery on the corner of Euclid Avenue. You can see the front spaces there. We are 3 separate nonprofits on one campus, the David Davis Art Foundation, Sculpture Center, and the Archives. Okay, moving really fast. So David formed the Archives in order to give artists a way to take charge of their estate. You can sell a lot of work during your lifetime. That doesn't mean it's preserved for the future. We were founded by artists for artists. These 8 artists that are pictured helped Davis form the Archives by contributing artwork, sweat equity, and money. Here's our mission statement. You'll see it says we're unique. Why are we unique? We're the only archive for artists that exists, that does what we do, but is not connected to a larger museum or university. Our collection is really the reason for our existence. It defines us. It's available through the website. Last couple of slides are works from the collection, and I picked them because they are a recent show, artists who've recently had a show or recently gone into the collection. The work on the right, Terry Klausman, you will see his work, and Dale Goods coming up in opening exhibition in September. You may not know Bucky Schuetz. He did most of his composite photographs before Photoshop existed. We have photographs of separate landscapes, nudes, and objects, as well as the composites. I love this one. It exists only digitally. It has never been printed. This is a kind of an issue for museums of the future. We have a variety of works in the collection, everything but glass. David Davis foresaw that when we hit 100, we would stop, but we're not going to stop. Our 100 artist archive this year is Joyce Murrow Jones. She is the first doll maker we've had. She's only the second textile artist that we've got. She's the first Black woman in the archives. We're happy to have her. Thank you. Just take a look at this woman. Look at her studio. Pat Parker, one of the 8 founders. She's 90 years old. By nature, our main audience and people we support are seniors, families of deceased artists. She is still going strong. What else do? We publish catalogs, brochures, e-blasts for members. We collect oral histories. We're active on social media. We have an active membership. Here's the 2022 members exhibition. 2023, we broke the record from this show, 150 works. Anybody can be a member. Base price, $25 for students. Second part of our mission deals with exhibitions and programs. I give you the slide with all these little words because these are 2 pages from 2 different years. You can see everything that we do. We do a lot. Keep in mind that picture with the 3 staff members in the first slide. We try and include an archived artist or archived works in each exhibition. So I chose some that I felt had good community impact over the years. This is Graphic, the counterculture of cartoons, comics, and graphic novels. It was curated by Gary and Laura Dumm. A large number of graphic artists exist here in NEO, and there's a historical tradition of these artists. Every exhibition has a program. This was the program for Graphic, held at 78th Street Studios, biggest program we've done to date. We always like to pull in at least one big presenter for our programs. This one was Roger Gassman from California. We also had Bob Peck locally. Gassman is the expert on Banksy. Scene Unseen, huge exhibition. This exhibition proved there was a real need for venues to show the work of Black and brown artists, and people would support it, and they did. There's no question that the artists in Seen Unseen benefited by the exposure that this show provided them. The archives also benefited for sure. Here you see program we did during Seen Unseen. Because of this exhibition, we started the Archiving Equity Initiative, managed by the Cleveland Foundation. This is a continuation of our goal to increase the invisibility of BIPOC artists. This fund helps us diversify the AAWR's permanent collection. Converge, one art exhibition, 5 venues, 71 LGBTQ artists. Curated by Kelly Pontoni from the archives, Tony Williams, Mark Yazinchek, and Sam Butler. Won the Ohio Museum Association's Best Community Partnership for 2021. Great exhibition. Documented the LGBTQ community plus community of artists for the future. Many works were sold to the Progressive Corporation. We also collected oral histories from about 60 artists. Kelly, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think it's 60. They're available through our website right now. Excellent show. Next coming up, we have the winner of 2 OMA awards. This was Megan's curatorial debut. Funded by a CCBDD grant, featured 8 artists. Good intersectionality between race, gender, sexual identity. Included the work of archived artist Arabella Proffer. Next slide you're going to see is programming. All the programming is done under the Art Bites Nutrition for the Creative Mind branding. We do collecting art, studio tours, professional practices, art and context. You're seeing here some tours for CMSD students in the Site Center and a puppet making class that was geared towards people with autism that was part of Without Limits. We do satellite shows. These are a way for us to get the permanent collection out into the world. I love this one. This one celebrating the 60s, was held at American Greetings. We've partnered with Lakewood Library, Botanical Gardens, CSU, Tri-C East, Beechwood Community Center, and many, many others. This one, next one. During COVID, Maggie Denk-Lee used our collection for advanced printmaking class. They worked from plates in the collection left by printmaker Kestudi Kasvikas to restrike Kesti's work, giving us new prints, and they made original prints in response. This exhibition, organized by Kelly, was at CIA. That's the result. What's next? Here's the rest of our staff. Part-timer Karen Beckwith in collections, and Layla Harris, who's a current intern. Expansion. The Sculpture Center is moving to the front galleries on Euclid Avenue. We are taking over the whole building that the archives is in. Yay. Also renovating and reinventing the storage area. It's an ongoing thing. We've been working towards it for years. Thank you very much, everybody.
Wow, let's give another hand for Mindy. As you can tell, these presentation styles, there's 20 slides at 20 seconds. It's wild. So these presenters have done an amazing job. It's going to be fun. It's going to be stumbly-wumbly in places. And the answer is always clap, support, hoot, holler, whatever you want to do. It's the opposite of a normal dead presentation. And speaking of presentations, next up we have Bay Arts. So I would like to introduce Nancy Walter Heaton. Nancy is a graduate of Kent State University. After living across the country and abroad, Nancy returned to the Cleveland area to find home with the arts community at Bay Arts. She's been director of the organization since 2006, working with an amazing team to create a West Side destination for art, education, and events. Nancy, come on, take it away.
Thank you. Hard to follow. Okay. Talk fast. Okay, 75 years, 75 years. I have not been there for 75 years, but we are celebrating 75 years. And we have a lot of things going on, more community-based, and we do a lot of things to support artists. This is one story I wanted to focus on because there are so many. For those of you that don't know, you've all been in our Fuller House Gallery. This is how it got there. It was a building in Bay Village they were going to tear down. The director at the time said that would make a cool gallery. How do we get it there? And this turned out to be the fastest way, the cheapest way to get there. And this is what it looks like today. It sat there for 25 years unused. When I came in 2006 as a volunteer, a bunch of us said, wow, this could be cool. And we were able to raise money, we got state funding, and today it's kind of like the Piazza, the center of town. We do music, we do art, we do galleries. And another thing that identifies Bay Arts is we are in Cleveland Metro Parks. Our gardens are a big part of what we do. We have several other buildings, all very old, and I'm very proud to say over all these years we've renovated every inch, so we've made them all ADA accessible. And now we're like ready to do it again. You know, all these old buildings need a lot of work. This is our Sullivan Gallery, and this is in the Fuller House. And when the architect showed us the plans, we're like, this is nuts. Round walls, holes in the ceilings. And is this really a gallery? And there's also glass doors that go outside. I believe this was from our juried show. I love these examples. Jen Omates did an installation, and she used that hole in the ceiling and made this big, beautiful sculpture. And then, as you can see through the round walls, we can put a lot of art on those walls, and it's really interesting to see how artists interpret their work through the gallery. All made possible by this person here, not me. A lot of you know Karen, and I want to give her credit for all this because we do so much to support artists, and these are all the things she does. Our gallery exhibits, consignment, Thursday market, plein air, the Sunday Painters, Art and Music Festival, Sabatka aficionado, and her hair is always like, we're going to do an exhibit about her hair one day. It always keeps us happy. This is one thing Karen does. She does the Sunday Painters. It's really great. It's an informal group. Weather's bad, they go inside. There's also a picture of our Thursday open studio that's been going on way longer than I was there. And then this is our Thursday market, which has turned out to be, we just started to do it on a whim, and it's turned out to be the best place to be on a Thursday. We have live music. A lot of you know Michael Loderstad. He makes and sells his ukuleles and things from his garden. And we also, besides food, we do a lot of art things. We do a lot of nonprofits. They have a value. This is the Plein Air Festival. This is, I think, in our third year. We're going to be doing it one more time. That was really great. Artists come from all over and paint all over the Cleveland Metro Parks, and then we do a sale and a finishing reception. And again, this is thanks to Karen. She's put this all together. And then this is our consignment shop, which has been great year-round. I have a picture of our holiday shop there. We do probably about 50% of our business during the holidays, but it's open year-round. We tell the artists, drop off your stuff, we'll tag it, we'll market it, and then you get a check once a month. So we have a lot of variety in there. It's always changing. And then I just wanted to highlight a little bit about our gardens, because these are a labor of love from so many different people in our community. And they're ever evolving and growing and a lot of work. But it's very much a part of who we are. It's a very inspiring place to make art. Okay, slide, thank you. This is the only new construction since I've been there. Our former ceramic studio was in the basement. It was leaky, it was wet, it was dark, it was dangerous. So we got some funding in around 2015, and it's now a state-of-the-art studio, and we have a beautiful patio in the back. Our ceramics classes have tripled. This is something we do. We do team building. Different corporations come in and they do different things. We have create nights where people come in groups and do different things. And it's really great. We just keep improving on that space. Anyone that has a ceramic studio knows it's a lot of technical detail and fixing things. So we do our Sunday concert series. It's free to the public thanks to sponsorship. This actually was Shakespeare in the Park, Cleveland Shakespeare Festival. They have one of their biggest audiences at Bay Arts. We have a concert tonight if it doesn't rain. Come on out. We do it every Sunday. We watch the rain all day on Sundays. And then this is just a sample of our art education, which is our bread and butter. We do painting, we do preschool, we do after school for the kids, we do summer camps, and because we will soon be expanding, we'll have even more room to do all kinds of new things. And that's just a sample. This is a new project we're doing. We are doing a sensory garden, which has been really well received. We've got some funding, and we're just starting with this installation. We've been working with the focus group to help us develop this. It started with an Ohio Arts Council grant and a local garden landscaping company that just thought it was a great deal, and they're supporting us. This is the big one. This is the former Huntington Playhouse. We've been renovating this building for most of my life, I think. And we just did the groundbreaking for the next phase, which will be a big stage area with flex space. Our architect is John Williams, who many of you know. He did Spaces, Transformer. And this show is in that gallery. This is our big ass. Sorry, Liz Moggins, I think your picture's up there wrong. This is a little bit of what you'll see on Friday if you come to our big ass art show, and it's in that building. We call it the Saliato Gallery. And it's nice to have those big walls. And if you all celebrate with this is by our dear friend Liz Moggin. She did for us for one of our birthday celebrations, and we hope you'll support us. We hope you'll come visit. We have a lot going on, and I'd love to see you. Thank you so much.
I got another head for Nancy. She nailed it. Thank you, Nancy. Again, these presenters are amazing. They're like the Olympians of presentations right now. They're like doing the dash. So next up, we're going to keep on rolling, is going to be Monica Glasscock from the Geauga Arts Council. Monica is a professional framer, owner of the Artisans Corner Gallery in Newberry, Ohio, and has been working in the art industry for 36 years. Her deep passion for art and the artists that make it bring focus to her life. She is currently serving as vice president of the Geauga Arts Council. Monica, take it away.
Howdy, y'all. So this is Art. He hangs out. I am so honored to be included with the fine people that are presenting today. The Geauga Arts Council was started in 2001 and went through some things. We tried to do all of the arts, and there were some problems, and anyway, nowadays we're really trying to focus on 2D art and supporting our artists that are local and encouraging them and teaching them. This is the current board of directors, Les Carleen. She's our past president. She moved to Colorado. Sorry. I am not good at public speaking, but that's okay. I'm here. And I didn't throw up. So, Teresa Runyon was one of the founding members who got this started. She worked for the Geauga Parks District for 32 years and just recently retired last year. Always promoting artists and art, creating events. This was the Orange Moon Trail event that they did back in the day. They did, the Geauga Parks had to take down this very old tree, and she decided that, well, we should all make art out of it. So it was called the Infinitree program, and lots and lots of great pieces were made for that. The Juried Art Show, this year will be our 17th annual Juried Art Show. Entries are digital and can be put in August 2nd through the 4th. I like to say that we all can't be Picasso or Monet, but we all like to create and express ourselves, whether it's amateur art or the fabulous fine art that's shown out here today in this big-ass art show. Yeah, I'm gonna get the award for the most uhs. So, it's all right. So the Juried Art Show is coming up, and one of the other things that we have done recently, and this is very new, is we have local venues. This is UH Geauga Medical Center, and we have member artists that apply and get put into venues. We now have 6 venues, and This right here is Rebecca Niemanen. She's out of Kinsman, Ohio. This piece right here is along with the collection that is being shown at the Wembley Club in Chagrin Falls, and the artist is Jen Beck. So what's nice is that these venues get to change every 3 months and get a lot of interest from people and a lot of people purchasing the art. So this is one of our newer ones. This is Notre Dame Village. It is not open to the public per se, but you can make an appointment and go see the art. This work is done by Pat Mascow-Fryram. And this one here is Annalise Smith. And this is a small venue that we have in Chagrin Falls called the Tame Rabbit. So, and she works in a mixed media, fiber arts, and different things. And a lot of the work that we get is just by local artists. And we also just picked up the Jaga library system. So far we have put into 2 different libraries. Right now, this is Linda Ryan, and she's being shown at the Jaga West Library. And then this one here is Pam Bennett, who's being shown at the Bainbridge Public Library. So the venues have been fantastic working with us, and the installation team, we had 1 gentleman that was taking care of everything. Now we have a group of 4, thank goodness, because Dave was going to quit. So, as you guys know, with a small organization like ours, the board members are the people that do all the work. So we've been working really hard trying to get our members to step up and have some fun and do things with us. And we have gotten some really good participation. I recently put on a class about using the left side of your brain. We all have that, but the artists don't tend to know how to do everything. So Mary Urbis, I know she does a very in-depth program to teach an artist what it all takes to show and get everything together. So that's where we're kind of headed to. We just started to have a youth program or youth membership, and our work is we're working on getting mentors for the young people. So this was the first year we did the Jaga Maple Festival Parade, and we dressed as artists. We won first place. We actually painted a diptych while doing the parade, and Saturday all we kept hearing was, "Oh my God, they're painting." Sunday all we heard was, "Oh my God, it's Bob Ross." So we had 2 Bob Rosses. So it was a lot of fun. We stamped bags, we put together crayons and did a coloring contest for kids. September is our annual membership meeting, and this was last year's at the Hoot Nanny. Bob again. Bob was created for the Great Jaga County Fair. He took 2nd place. So this year's Hoot Nanny is going to be at Cleveland Arts, and we're going to have a glass blowing demonstration done by Jason Ween. And if you'd like to come, it's members only, so please join us and help us learn and grow, because Jaga County doesn't really have the arts that it needs. Thank you very much. Arts out.
Another hand for Monica. Come on, you slayed it. That was awesome. And we're going to keep rolling along. Next up is Leticia Lopez from the Julio de Borges Cultural Arts Center. Leticia is the executive director of the organization, where her leadership style is characterized by her passion for building community and supporting local Latino artists. She describes herself as a servant leader, and her work is focused on improving the lives of youth and the families she serves. Leticia, thank you. It's such an honor to have you here.
I'm going to try to be funny, so I apologize if. And I will admit I was in the car for about 10 minutes before I came in the building listening to motivational videos. Ready to go, Hannah. 15 years, it's not on here. 15 years ago, I walked through the doors of Julia de Burgos Cultural Arts Center, seeking a connection to my culture and identity. Little did I know that this place would go on to transform my life in unimaginable ways. Since that day, I've been amazed by the center's power to transform our community one person at a time. In 1989, the center was founded by Daisy Rivera, an inspiring teacher, community leader, and activist. Alongside the Hispanic Parents Unit, they fulfilled their dream of creating a family-oriented center, dedicating to serving our community with programs and activities that nurture cultural pride and appreciation for the arts. Our inspiration, Julia de Burgos, much like our founder, was a fierce Puerto Rican civil rights activist, educator, feminist, and poet whose words ignited passion and challenged societal norms. Her verses, like wildfire, sparked change, and her legacy continues to inspire generations. Whew. Fast forward to 2018, where fate led us to this hidden gem that then became our forever home in 2022 through the generosity of Archwood United Church of Christ. We now carry forward their 200-year legacy of community service, nurturing this majestic gathering space with passion and dedication. Our 20,000 square foot campus has become the catalyst for exponential growth and transformative change within our organization. Located in the heart of the Latino community, this beautiful historic space has given us the opportunity to expand our operations, gain increased community support, and form valuable partnerships. We now proudly host 4 major signature events, offer numerous workshops, and a diverse range of classes. Additionally, we open our doors to various community groups and rent out our space for that special occasion. This growth enables us to extend our impact beyond previous boundaries, making a significant difference in the community we serve. Our center comes alive with a symphony of children's laughter, families coming together, and artists creating in an atmosphere of healing and security. It's a sanctuary where creativity thrives and our community finds solace and inspiration. Here, connections are woven, dreams take flight, and the soul finds its voice. A great example of this is our Latina leadership program that empowers and inspires young Latina women ages 13 to 17 through sisterhood. Throughout this 6-month course, they dive into a diverse range of subjects such as art expression, civic engagement, positive self-image, personal development, and academic responsibility. Our book club, led by Naomi's Library, offers a vibrant literary community where individuals ages 18 and up can connect with fellow book enthusiasts and engage in thought-provoking discussions. The first of our signature events is Feria de Cleveland. It is a vibrant spring celebration led by Abre Paso Flamenco, mirroring the festive spirit of annual fairs in Spain. This captivating event attracts a diverse audience from all walks of life. Next is our highly anticipated Hispanic Heritage event, a celebration that honors the diverse cultures of the Hispanic Latino community. Our students perform, local bands play, and our artists exhibit their works. For this event, we use every inch of our campus, creating an unforgettable experience for all attendees. Christmas holds immense cultural and spiritual significance in Latin American countries, where it is celebrated with passion and deep-rooted traditions. Our Parrandón Navideño holiday event embraces those traditions with a celebration filled with dance, food, music, friends, family, toys for the children, all in the spirit of the holiday season. Our Unidos por el Arte initiative, created in 2018, addresses the need for a robust support system for our local Latino artists. Currently, with over 250 artists from diverse disciplines on our registry, they receive biweekly newsletters with artist opportunities, networking events, and access to a $5,000 annual grant. In addition, the house on our campus provides a dedicated home base, housing a gallery and studio workspace. This year, we achieved a significant milestone as we were selected for the Artist and Institutional Residency Program at MOCA Cleveland. This opportunity not only benefits our talented artists, but also elevates our organization. Our local Latino artists have the privilege of being the inaugural exhibitors in the new residency gallery while also receiving professional development from museum staff. We now have our own curated space on the 3rd floor that we proudly call our home away from home. Thank you. I gotta go. So how do we do this? Hard work and fundraising. Play Ball is one of our fundraisers in collaboration with the Baseball Heritage Museum, where we celebrate the profound influence of Latino and Black players in baseball. This three-day event takes place at the historic League Park, the birthplace of baseball in Cleveland. The ramp, this ramp for accessibility opens the door to a world. I'm sorry, I went too far. As we embrace the future, we celebrate the impact of our home at the center, yet we recognize the crucial challenge of ADA accessibility, which poses a significant barrier for our seniors and individuals with disabilities. This ramp is the first step in our future multi-million-dollar renovation. The ramp for accessibility opens the door to a world of possibilities, from ballet and Latin social dance to youth and family art classes, poetry and writing, concerts and beyond. We are committed to ensuring that every class and workshop we offer is accessible to all. As you can see in this magnificent building, our legacy finds its true home, a place where the spirit of Julia de Burgos continues to empower generations to embrace their cultural heritage and artistic passions. We carry the torch of our founders, lighting the path for future artists and community leaders to create their own legacy of creativity and industry. It has been an absolute pleasure to share our story and the impactful work we do. We extend a warm invitation for you to experience our center firsthand, whether as a participant or just stopping by and saying hello. Todos son bienvenidos. Gracias.
One more hand for Letitia. That was amazing. We're so glad they were here today. Right, moving right along. I know, I feel like we all need breaths and movement. Next presenter is going to be Antoine Washington from the Museum of Creative Human Arts. Antoine is an artist and co-founder of the Museum of Creative Human Art with over 6 years of experience in the visual arts with the goal of ensuring equity, diversity, and the inclusion of underserved artists. Specializing in creating a safe space for artistic expression, Antoine uses that experience to focus on arts-based education and character development. Without further ado, Antoine. Thank you, sir.
Thought I was about to fall. Ooh. How y'all doing? The Museum of Creative Human Art was founded by Michael Russell and me, Antoine Washington. I am the co-founder and director and creative director of the Museum of Creative Human Art. I am also a full-time artist, a husband, and a father of 2. My childhood fixation with art started when I would get up every morning on Saturday and watch cartoons, run into the kitchen table to do what? Recreate the characters that I just saw with just a pencil and paper. Leading me to Southern University, A&M College in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's where everything started for me in that journey. Inspired by the Harlem Renaissance and all of the artists, this deepened my understanding of Black art, Black history, and art in America in general. After college, I moved to Cleveland and began working at the U.S. Postal Service as a mail carrier. See me, I'm kind of smizing right there. I was doing like some before work modeling. After a short stint at the post office, I decided to pursue a career in art because the post office was getting on, never mind. My now mission is, as an adult, is to become the person I needed when I was a kid. The Museum of Creative Human Arts supports arts through innovation, transforming the art world by ensuring equity and diversity and the inclusion of underserved artists, MoCA uses a character-based approach to bridge creative expression, education, and personal development. We provide for underserved young artists to produce independently, reinforcing shared and imaginative exploration to spark fresh ideas and works of art, equipping young artists to express their thoughts, emotions, and views through various art forms like painting and drawing, which is what I love to do. MoCA has created a safe space for artistic expression, focused on art-based education, character development. We believe that the right art education support can lead to a creative mindset, an artist's confidence, and also job creation. In addition, we believe our youth deserves to experience art as a practice of freedom. Representation also matters when it comes to this because we want artists to be able to see themselves represented in galleries across our region and across our city. So that's our number one priority. In 2018, we started our first introduction to graphic design workshop at Stella Walsh Rec Center in the Slavic Village neighborhood. During the pandemic, we partnered with Waterloo Arts for our first Intro to Fine Arts workshops, and in 2020, during the pandemic, we opened our first wave of solo exhibitions. In 2021, we partnered with MoCA Cleveland to launch the first institutional residency. The residency centers on both organizations' mutual dedication to advance and improve humanity by leveraging the impact of art. During our final exhibition in MoCA Cleveland, that's MoCA with a C, not MoCA with an H. We MoCA with the H. During our final exhibition, where we overlap, curated by local artist and friend of mine, and friend of all of ours, I'm pretty sure most of us know who Davon Brantley is. We commissioned also a local film director, Wayne Smith, to document the final show. The short film was centered around collaboration and community building. The short film was later selected for the 47th Cleveland International Film Festival. The film was also screened in the Local Heroes Shorts 2 category. Our most recent project was a partnership with Land Studio and the Greater Cleveland Food Bank to create an art program that includes local and regional artists. The art program will be constructed to transform the walls and into a moving and beautiful canvas. So if you go into the new facility on Coit Road, we were part of the curation of that with murals and all original artwork and things of that nature. Look at Davon, he's so happy. That's my guy. The Museum of Creative Human Art plans to continue to build through collaboration with other organizations that align with our mission. We look to offer intro to art workshops and continue to do that. Character development is one of our top priorities because we want artists to have a full experience and also understand that having good character is one of the traits. But also continue to show artists and youth and adults how to do business in art. And we're going to also continue to support artists monthly with group and solo exhibitions as we continue to do throughout the calendar year. Community members can also get involved by showing up to our exhibits, come out to our programs and our workshops. Please go to our website, www.creativehumanart.com, where you can find everything and all things MoCA. Lastly, follow us on social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. Click like and subscribe, share, whatever you do. Peace.
Awesome. Give it up again for Antoine. Again, a privilege to have them here today representing. So I did want to take a moment to acknowledge one of our presenters who was unable to make it today. Robin Robinson was scheduled to present on behalf of Sankofa Fine Arts. Unfortunately, she had a little bit of an accident. She's okay, but she just was having some mobility issues today and so couldn't come to the program. So we hope that this maybe will happen, that we'll do more of them in the future at some point. But so just send your cosmic love to Robin out there in the ether, and please check out Sankofa Fine Art. There's a link on our website so you can still learn more about the organization. And that leads to, up next, we have the lady of the house herself, Mary Urbis, on behalf of the gallery at Lakeland. Mary has been the gallery coordinator, exhibition curator, installation designer, and pretty much everything all at once of the gallery at Lakeland since 2005. Her professional gallerist experience spans over 40 years, including working at Sylvia Ullman's American Craft Gallery, opening her own gallery in Chagrin Falls, and acting as the assistant director gallery curator at the Valley Arts Center. So the lady who actually needs no introduction, but I did it anyway, Mary Urbis.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay. Okay, well, first of all, again, thank you for coming today. The gallery is a resource for the area. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to give you the heads up. Sorry about that. One of the catchphrases that the president of the college has used, he talks about how we impact others, and the artwork of the artists impacts so many people. We have groups come in. Catherine Butler brought in these students from Laurel School, and she teamed up the first graders with the older students, which you see there, and they worked together. They were sketching things. This was from the ceramic show we did, and it just kind of made me feel so good to see people using the gallery as a resource, because there are so many visitors to the gallery that, that may never go to a museum, and just maybe come to a performance, and they happen to see the gallery and walk through it. I do gallery tours. We have group meetings. This is from the gang meetings. We have clubs. We invite residents from the local senior centers to come out and see what we're doing. This is me again giving one of the a talk to one of the groups. So we also do what I try and do as much community outreach as I possibly can. Wait for the next image. We host a art show that is sponsored by Congressman David Joyce, and it's for the art students in his, high school art students in his district. I get to choose 4 pieces of art, and then the 4 pieces of art are actually placed in the different offices in, I think, Willoughby, I think Solon, Columbus, and then Washington, D.C. And that's, I brought in the Columbus Crossing Borders project this year, and there was a documentary film that went along with it, and it was artists dealing with the talking about immigration and crossing borders. And the actual artwork, the imagery jumped from image to image, and that was organized by a woman named Lori Balin, and we collaborated with the Women's Center on that. I invited guest curator Kelly Pontoni, who works for the Artists Archives, to curate a show called Queer Pulse, which was a show of LGBTQT plus artists, and it was the first time I brought in a guest curator. What you're seeing here are the awards from the Women's Center. They do their Women of Achievement Awards the same day that I do my From Women event, and I help them select a local or regional woman artist to create the award, so it's not just one of those, it's not a brass plaque that's been, engraved. And then in 2021, and I feel this is one of my highlights of my career, I got an NEA grant during a pandemic to create a directory of venues showing women's art in the region. And they made it free for people to participate. And I was just so glad that they thought that it was important to do that. Now, these are some of the exhibitions that I curate. I have 7 shows that I curate. This is the Fire and Smoke. I feature local, regional, national artists. I'm showing you posters so you can see how many artists that are in the shows. I usually feature between like 20 to 40 for some of the shows. We had Jack Valentine come out and do a raku firing outside of the gallery so people could see what the technique was about, which was just so fun because clay is one of my favorite subjects, and I first started doing clay when I was a student at the Cleveland Institute of Art, so it was fun for people to see that. This is the From Woman. Next year will be the 17th exhibition, Art Created by Women, of Women, and About Women. I always bring in a few out of the region artists to my exhibition, so when people come here, they'll see work from artists they'll see nowhere else, and I have the opportunity to do that. This was a piece of Sarah Curry's from the most recent Woman Show, and what you did is you stood in front of the mirrors, and on the curtain was text that was printed backwards, and the only way you could read it is looking at the mirror, and I just thought that was so interesting and compelling. She showed the piece at the front triennial, and I just thought it was just so cool. This is from the annual May Show Juried Art Exhibition. Next year it will be our 14th. When I stood here 14 years ago and I thought, I don't know if we could do it again, I'm like, of course I'm going to do it every year. And until recently, it was the largest Best in Show cash award in the area. So far, we've given out over $50,000 in awards. Now, this is my favorite. As you can see, the Skull and Skeleton in Art. This September will be the 8th year that we're doing this. I started in 2009 because I knew that the student body, pun intended, were not coming to see my shows, and that's when the skateboard culture started. That's when the tattoo tattoo movement, and so when the guests show up at my events in costume, to me that's a different kind of support for me, that they come in context, and it's always so much fun, and it's also coming up this year in September. And then we collaborated with the Lakeland Hispanic Club, who created the ofrenda during the event. So, and I was the diversity committee, the diversity specialist years ago, and I did some programming about Dia de los Muertos to let people understand what it was about. It's not Halloween. So this is just the schedules, what's coming up. My Skull Show is coming up in September, the visual arts faculty, From Woman 17 next year, the student exhibition, then we'll go to the 14th May Show, The Future is Bright. And I do want to thank Hannah Arnold, Phil Boyle, and Tim Dorman for helping produce this event today. I couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you.
She escaped the sideway. She's so crafty. It's good. How you guys doing out there? Doing so good? Are you ready for our final 3 presentations of this lovely afternoon? Yeah? So we roll into it? Well, I just realized I actually have 2 Marys back to back. There's a very, very special Mary coming up next. So from Mary Kay Thomas of the UNI of Euclid Avenue. Born and raised in Cleveland, Mary Kay Thomas is a painter. She's an art therapist and a community activist that has dedicated her life to art enrichment programs. Following rehabilitation from a stroke, Mary returned to school to receive a degree from Tri-C before transferring to Ursuline College, earned a bachelor in studio art and a concentration in art therapy. Mary is a force of nature, and we are so glad to have her here. Give it up for Mary.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm super, super nervous. Thank you for gathering here today. I stand before you as an artist, but more importantly, as a member of the vibrant community of East Cleveland. I'd like to tell you a story about how a blank canvas can change and how art and collaboration have the power to transform our city. When I looked at Euclid Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio, I didn't see just a road. I saw a blank canvas. And I wanted it to be filled with color, creativity, and inspiration. I approached the mayor of East Cleveland, Mayor King, with a bold idea to do 2 miles of art and storytelling that would have a lasting impact, particularly on the children, the students that were walking to school who kind of felt uninspired by their city that seems to kind of be falling apart. I proposed a partnership, a collaboration project called the You and I of Euclid Avenue, because I firmly believe that we cannot be great unless we're working together. In the first year, with the help of a grant writer, I was able to put together $12,000 in funding. With this modest yet significant amount, I was able to produce 2 murals, but there was no building to put those murals on, so I had to be kind of creative. I purchased a 20-foot container and had West Camp come in and do the artwork in a banner style for one of them, and that actually just says the gateway to East Cleveland. And then the second one I had created out of aluminum. I had the design done on aluminum, and it just says welcome. These artworks were, of course, intentional when I wanted to create something that would engage and send a welcome to individuals of all ethnic backgrounds. Beyond my artistic endeavors, I am on the board of the Coit Road Farmers Market, which is located in East Cleveland. From that position, I've been able to collaborate with the Coit Road Farmers Market and Food Strong, a nonprofit organization that is dedicated to fresh food, access to fresh food, and how to prepare your fresh food. Together, we've organized food preparation, food tasting demonstrations, along with other community-based projects. Once my murals were installed by West Camp, my trusted partner in printing and installation, I worked with the children to guide them in the process of what it's like to put together a project such as this for the community. Our efforts got the attention of, and that's the one mural there, got the attention of Spectrum News. They came out and interviewed me and Joe, and we got a chance to tell our story about what we really want to do for the community of East Cleveland. Also, Freshwater Cleveland, a respected publication, also featured us, my initiative, to further amplify, that's the other mural there, our message. The recognition got me a grant for the NEA, a National Endowment for the Arts. And also a grant with the Cleveland Foundation. Thank you. These grants reaffirmed my belief in the work that we are doing has the power to heal our community through art and local nonprofit partnerships. We are now on the cusp of something extraordinary, and the work we are doing or undertaking is impactful. and will change the face of our community. I hope, my hope for East Cleveland, that it would thrive like any other influential city. Among my collection of artwork, there is one titled "The Right to Thrive." It embodies our collective aspirations to not merely survive, but to thrive in every aspect of our lives. Today, I have a nonprofit, and I invite all of you to join me in this journey of transformation for providing an art gallery and creative art space for young people in East Cleveland. Let us embrace the power of collaborations, fresh ideas, including David's Challenge Young Achievers, a summer mural project. Together, we can create the city that inspires, uplifts, and stands as a testament to the resilience and creativity of its people. Thank you. The Right to Thrive.
Let's thank Mary one more time. Thank you, Mary. Also, you're a saint. She soldiered on. We had just a little blip in the presentation, and she kept going, and that's a true amazing presenter for you right there. That's able to adapt and do things. Next up, we have an organization so big they are tag teaming the presentation. We have Valley Arts Center, so I got two introductions for you. First is Rebecca Gruss. Rebecca, I made that probably more German than it needed to be. You shouldn't put Germans on microphones. Becca was excited to join the Valley Arts Center as executive director 2 years ago, following 5 years as founder and owner of B Gallery in Chagrin Falls, and a 20-year career in public accounting as an audit partner with Deloitte. Also we have coming up is Julie Poncinelli, a dynamic arts professional with a background in art history and museum studies, holding an MA from Case Western Reserve University. As assistant director and gallery manager, all the hats, at Valley Arts Center, she combines her expertise in gallery management and exhibition coordination to support and promote local emerging and career artists. Ladies, so good to have you all.
All right. Oops. I said I was going to do something that was memorable, right? All right. Thank you, Megan. Hi, everyone. I'm Beck Gruss, and you're right, it's very German. Okay. Ready to go. All right. I am the executive director of Valley Arts Center, which is located in Chagrin Falls, which is only 30 minutes from downtown Cleveland. We are the vibrant hub of the visual arts in the Chagrin Valley. With our arts classes, events, exhibitions, and partnerships, which we've been doing for over 50 years. With over 400 classes, workshops, and camps, we cater to all ages and all skill levels. We have exhibitions, which Julie's going to tell you about, Art by the Falls, I'll tell you a little bit more about that, as well as our reimagined Valley Art Shop, which is a unique shopping experience right in Chagrin. So even if you've never picked up a brush before, you can discover and grow your creative abilities through drawing, painting, ceramics, jewelry, textiles, and more at Valley Arts Center. Our instructors are all practicing artists and really love teaching students from all different skill levels. If your schedule doesn't allow you enough time to take a class, maybe a workshop is right for you. Our workshops are one-time experiences. It gives you the opportunity to maybe try a new medium, maybe try a new technique, or even try a new instructor before you commit to a full class. Through a vibrant partnership with Chagrin Falls Community Park, we provide art therapy and clay experiences for their after-school and summer programming. And recently, we've been collaborating with the amazing, nationally known ceramicist Tracy Amin, who has been working with the students, sharing her passion for ceramics. With support from the Cleveland Foundation, as well as an amazing individual donor, we have been able to really expand our programming at the park this past couple years, and we're thrilled to be able to inspire and empower the students with the tools to be able to express themselves through art. We also offer art therapy, both individual and group, at our facility in Chagrin Falls, and we are committed to accessibility and inclusivity as well. We have recently acquired an accessible potter's wheel, made improvements to our facility, and have received training from the Cuyahoga County Board of Developmental Disabilities, and now we're on to the next one. Okay, the second weekend of every June is Art by the Falls. It's an outdoor fine art and contemporary craft festival in Chagrin Falls. It's our 40th year this year, and we draw over 15,000 people coming to see almost 130 exhibiting artists. So mark your calendar for June 8th and 9th, 2024, and join us for next year's Art by the Falls. I'm going to hand it over to Julie, who's going to talk about our exhibitions.
Tag teaming it. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Julie Pulcinelli. I am the Assistant Director and Gallery Manager at Valley Arts Center. At Valley Arts Center, we believe in creating spaces that celebrate the experiences of artists. So welcome to my happy space. These are our galleries. The Bowen and Patron Galleries host 9 annual exhibitions featuring novice, emerging, and seasoned artists. Both galleries are dedicated to fostering artistic dialogue and inspiring connections within the community. So this includes our annual shows, the annual juried art exhibition, the student faculty exhibition, which celebrates students and staff, and our newest, the annual Emerging Young Artist exhibition, which showcases artists ages 16 to 22. So our varying exhibitions allow artists like Bud Deal, the gentleman to the left, to showcase 6 decades of artwork, as in his retrospective exhibition, with more than 100 oil paintings, while also giving artists like our student Sophia, to the right, an opportunity to win prizes in this year's annual student faculty exhibition for a gorgeous cocoa construction paper. Oh my goodness. The galleries are also places for gathering. So in partnership with Heights Art each year, Valley Arts Center hosts Ekphrastasy, and that is Artists Talk, Poets Respond. It's a celebration of visual and spoken word artistry, where poets respond to works of art within the exhibition, creating an engaging dialogue while surrounded by the art. We also foster dialogue about contemporary art issues and topics. I think we can all remember in January when the hottest of hot topics was artificial intelligence in the art world and beyond. So we decided to make a space for conversation with an exhibition and panel of local and digital AI artists presenting facts so that everyone could walk away with their own interpretations. As Beck said, our mission is to inspire and enrich the community that happens to be within our gallery walls, but also outside with public art. So to celebrate World Art Day and Earth Day this year, we teamed up with Ron Shelton, a Cleveland-based environmental artist who creates displays from unsustainable objects like plastic. The project provided an opportunity for the community to participate in imagining a life that's both beautiful and sustainable. So in March, community members of all ages and backgrounds helped assemble and embellish parts of the artwork, showing that public art can be a central point for people to meet, share ideas and experiences, and connect with their community. Oh my goodness. But why are we here? We're thrilled to be a part of the Big Ass Art Show, which at Valley Arts Center presents quite an eclectic collection of contemporary artworks. Come see why Will Wilson had to create a 12-foot stretcher in our gallery, or why I had John Sargent staple an 18-foot canvas to the wall. I invite you to come and enjoy what a strange and wonderful show it is. I would also love to invite you to the opening of Contemporary Debris, an invitational group show featuring artwork created from recycled materials, curated by myself and Mary Urbis. The art world is increasingly turning towards sustainable practices, and recycled art is at the forefront of the movement. So by repurposing materials, these artists, oh my goodness, challenge notions of traditional beauty. Finally, I want you guys to be in our galleries. So the 52nd Annual Juried Art Exhibition, we are inviting artists living within 250 miles of Chagrin Falls to submit artwork that's starting August 1st, and we'll be providing $3,500 in cash awards.
Thank you guys for including us in this amazing, I mean, it's truly an honor to be a part of the groups that have presented here today. I mean, honestly, Cleveland is pretty fantastic. So thank you all for letting us be a part, and come see us.
Oh man, guys, we're here. Final presentation of the day. You guys have been amazing, but don't book when she's done because we're all going to get up and bow and say final words afterwards. So our final is going to be Pat Carol Bodner for the Willoughby Arts Collaborative. Pat is a lifelong resident of Lake County, and for those who traveled, you're in Lake County. That's where you are right now. And a local artist as well, and she's the president and one of the founding members of the Willoughby Arts Collaborative. Though throughout her career in sales and marketing, Pat has always been a supporter of civic and cultural organizations and now focuses on arts in and around Willoughby. So, Pat, come on, bring us home.
Good afternoon. It is truly a pleasure to have the opportunity to share with you the Willoughby Arts Collaborative story. We are a 501c3 not-for-profit organization of volunteers whose mission is to create and support a community rich in the arts. We are WAC, and we are all about public art. The Willoughby Arts Collaborative is in its infancy and truly is, last but not least, and the new kid on the block. So today, in 5 minutes, I will share with you the 5 steps we got to where we are now in 5.5 years. Step 1, what are we and what are we going to do? It all began in 2018 when our mayor, Bob Fiala, put forth an artistic vision for the historic city of Willoughby. He knew that a thoughtful investment in arts and culture initiatives can not only aesthetically enhance the city, but also generate economic benefits, resulting in increases in property values and revenues and jobs. In response to the mayor's vision, a group of artists and art enthusiasts were brought together with a mission to work with the city and other art area organizations to improve the lives and livelihoods of residents, visitors, and businesses in and around the city through a robust connection and a genuine investment in arts and culture. Let's face it, art in any form can bring a smile to your face. It can make you feel connected to those around you. It can inspire people to action. It can move you to laughter or tears. So this small group met weekly with that in mind and to set goals to see if we could take Mayor Fiala's vision and make it a reality. Our first task was to decide what our focus would be, and after much deliberation, it was decided it would be public art. And how we were going to accomplish this, it would be through collaboration with businesses, organizations, and the community. This leads us to the name, the Willoughby Arts Collaborative, WAC for short. We thought we needed to see how the community felt about public art projects. And since our group was small, we decided to take baby steps and try a few projects. Step 2, engaging with our community and getting our feet wet with some public art projects in 2018. We started by introducing the businesses in downtown Willoughby with the idea of being involved with what we were trying to accomplish. So we made window clings that they could put in their windows showing their support. It said, "Art happens here." Then we thought, okay, now let's test the community's reaction. So we tackled the job of painting 5 crosswalks on a couple of early, very hot summer mornings. And the mayor actually came out and helped us. And since downtown Willoughby is a walkable city, we got great comments by passersby who at first were trying to figure out what the heck we were doing. We then engaged with a local artist to create artistic banners covering windows and vacant storefronts and smaller ones for street lampposts. The excitement about what was possible was palpable, and each community meeting we had a brainstorming session and started building what we could do to make public art projects possible. Step 3, taking the big step in 2019. So we really jumped in with both feet. In collaboration with the city, we put out a call for art to cover 12 electric boxes in art, 2 in each ward, and an RFP for a welcome sculpture at the corner of the Erie Road and Vine Street. We started the ball rolling for a mural on the Willoughby Eastlake Library in collaboration with the Heart of Willoughby organization and the library. We painted storm drains in collaboration with the Lake County Soil and Water Conservation District. At the end of 2019, we put together a strategic plan. I'm really off from the slides, so by the end of 2019, we put together a strategic plan, developed a working manual, and began the process of forming a formal board. 7 new board members were added, officers appointed, and then 2020 hit. So for almost our first whole year as a formal board, we only met by Zoom. With all of those challenges, we were still able to put together an art time capsule to be opened in 2070 and participated in the Front Steps Porch Project, where we had volunteer photographers taking pictures of families on their porches, and then their pictures were displayed in storefronts in the Willoughby. In 2021, WAC held its first of 3 annual Juried Chalk Fest, which is held during the Heart of Willoughby Last Stop Willoughby event. Step 4, challenges ahead. They were funding, politics when collaborating, getting the right mix of board members, and finding volunteers to carry out our projects. We realized that some of the projects that I've mentioned still were not completed because of funding, and that led us to apply for our approval to become a 501c3 not-for-profit. Besides funding, working through the red tape of collaborating with other groups, because of politics and their individual interests, meant hours of meetings to come to some common ground. But on the brighter side, we now have the support of our city, and they have developed an art code, which will have corporations that are doing projects in the city contributing a percentage of dollars to the art fund. This money can be accessible for public art projects meeting the right criteria. So I'm really off. When you are a new organization and your board is a working board, doing everything that needs to be done to move ahead has caused us to lose and replace board members. When your board is doing most of the volunteering, it takes a committed member to stick it out. But we persevered, and in we got our 501c3 status and received our first grant for our Ohio Arts Council for our Fabric of the Community project, which was a traveling art exhibition for youths 5 to 18 who live, work, learn, and play in the city of Willoughby. Students were invited to respond to a prompt that together helped to illustrate that our Willoughby community is a beautiful tapestry of people from a variety of backgrounds and around the globe. Step 5 was outreach and getting the word out. And since I'm really over time, I'll leave that out. Lastly, by creating and supporting public art, WAC aims to foster creativity and inspire dialogue and promote social and cultural interactions within our community. So how can you help? As an artist or an art leader, follow us on willoughbyartscollaborative.org, enter our call for art projects, spread the word to back the WAC in creating art that is accessible and meaningful to the public. It's been inspiring listening to all of you and how your organizations are making Northeast Ohio an artful place to live. And remember, great things happen when you collaborate. Sorry for going over.
Again, thank you, Pat. Again, these presenters are amazing for getting it done. So I'm going to get everyone up on stage in just a second, but the most important thing about the whole program is that if you like what you've seen and heard here today, please support these organizations. Support comes in many forms. It's not just straight donations, so you don't have to be scared. You know, a lot of us are artists. There's not very deep pockets there. But support can look like volunteering, like showing up to events, to galleries, to programs, or something as simple as following on social media. That even helps our grants. So when in doubt, just show that you care. Show up, and at the end of the presentation, which is here we are, Go on, say hi to everyone at the tables in the back. So I would like to bring everybody up on stage for a final bow that we could say, all of these presenters, let's give them a big hand. Right on over. We'll give a final thing. Perfect, I know. I misestimated how long the steps would take, actually. So. Everyone's comfortable. I'll start introducing as they come in, which will be good, or the thing. So at the end, we have Mindy Towsley, Executive Director, Artist Archives of the Western Reserve. Next to her, we have the illustrious Mary Kay Thomas, UNI of Euclid Avenue. And then we have Mary Urbis right there. So give it up for Mary. Letitia Lopez, the Julio de Borges Cultural Arts Center. Then we have Monica Glasscock right there for the Giaga Arts Center, Pat for the Willoughby Arts Collaborative, Nancy Heaton from Bay Arts. Then we have the ladies from Valley Arts Center. We have Julia and Rebecca. And of course, Antoine Washington here from the Museum of Creative Art. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to throw it over to Mindy Towsley, who wants to end the program. Or should we put everyone down first, or how did you want to do that, Mindy? Okay. Just kidding.
Yes, sorry, this part wasn't exactly planned. I just wanted to let everyone know that Megan Elves, who has been such a great asset to the archives, this is actually her final few minutes being employed by the archives. She is moving on to graduate work at Case Western University, and I just wanted to thank her publicly and have everyone thank her. Great program, Megan, as always.
I wasn't going to say nothing, but thank you, everyone. It's been a pleasure working, and I'm going to gently cut off stage, and it'll be perfect. So thank you all for coming here, and please visit these amazing presenters as they come.